8:30, Willie Jackson, Radio Live Afternoons host. How are you, Willie?
I'm good.
Good to have you back. Kia ora.
And working on your Māori?
Yes, no, I am. I am.
I can hear that.
I am. Kuaku.
What?
Ne korero.
A kōrero.
Mo tēnei po.
Oh, mo tēnei. For this night?
And Heather Plessis-Allan.
Ko wai tō ingoa.
Yeah, what if you did? And Heather Plessis-Allan, story host, is with us. How are you, Heather?
Kei te nyenye aho.
Right. Let's talk the rugby. Yeah. No, everyone knew that, Willie. You don't need to translate.
Don't be so patronising.
God.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's just typical of you.
Right.
God.
The rugby.
Yeah, let's talk about the rugby. Okay, so here's how I feel about it. I wasn't shocked that they lost, maybe a little surprised, but I think it doesn't matter. You know, if we're going to have a loss, now's the time.
Well, you're correct. Now's the time. If you're going to lose, now's the time. It's the same in 2011. We lost in 2011, almost exactly at the same time.
And we know ultimately what happened then.
But there's a few wake-up calls there. You know, Jim, for instance, has been pushing Julian Savia.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake.
Okay, he said he was going to be the greatest winger of all time.
Yep.
He'd be lucky to make the World Cup squad the way he's going. But he was getting better through the game. But, you know, there's this infatuation with Daniel Carter. Clearly, he's off his game. He's still good, solid, but we should start with Sopoaga in the next game. You agree with that?
Well, of course there's going to be an infatuation with him because he was around since before any of us were born.
But he's classy, but he's not the same player. Jerome Kano.
He's past his best.
He's past his best.
Yeah.
He's past his best.
But we know that going in, and we know that this is going to be the last Rugby World Cup for the really big names, don't we?
Yeah, but we can't. We've got to move on. We need some of these young guys. That's why I give Sopoaga a run.
And you know what I think? Part of the problem is I feel like they get overwhelmed by a sense of occasion, you know? So Dan Carter, who's a Conrad Smith and Richie
Dan
McCaw.
Carter shouldn't be overwhelmed by a sense of occasion. He's been present
But doesn't that seem to sort of dog us every time we get to a Rugby World Cup? We lose it because we're so overwhelmed, and it's the last game
Not
on
last
Aussie.
time it didn't, did it?
Well, one time.
Don't get carried away, Heather. We've won 2 World Cups, same as your stupid country, South Africa. So, and your country lost to Argentina, the Pumas, might I add, over the weekend.
Was that a loss? Did the South Africans even turn up?
No, it was an absolute disgrace. First time Heather and them have ever lost to them.
Yeah, having said that.
Heather and them as if I'm on the squad.
Having said that, our game was a bit of a disgrace.
Can I just say, Jerome Kano's got to go.
Yeah. Don't go through the whole bloody team, Willie.
Should we talk about the breakdown? Should we talk about the breakdown? Oh, it was terrible.
That's right. That's why
terrible.
Okay,
no, I want to talk about the Bledisloe Cup just very quickly, right? So I found out because Jim told me, because Jim knows everything
Jim
about rugby.
Jim doesn't know a lot about rugby.
No, he actually does.
No, he doesn't. I'm disputing that.
Well, we've only got him here because of his rugby knowledge.
I want a review on it anyway.
Okay, all right. Okay. We'll launch that after the show. Okay. So with the Bledisloe, right, because this is a what's-name year, Rugby Cup year, there's only 2 games, right? Right? So all we have to do is win next time. It's not the best of 2 or anything like that. No. A draw is a win for us.
No.
Yes, no, it is. No, it is.
Oh, draw. If it's 1 all, we win. No, it's very much in our
what did he
favour.
think I meant?
I don't know. Because he's misinterpreted what I said about Julian Savia.
I'm surrounded by fools.
Well, 1986 was the last time Australia won here at Eden Park. Sorry, at Eden Park, and so they've got no chance. So we're going to retain the Bledisloe Cup this weekend. Yeah, but
do you see what I mean? Yeah. We had a disastrous game with the Wallabies. Then maybe we just scrape through with a bit of a win and we get to keep the Bledisloe Cup.
We only lost by 1 try.
About Sonny Bill Williams?
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's talk about Sonny Bill Williams. Well, the gloss is off that one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What did you say about him, Willie?
Should become a full-time model.
Absolutely.
Okay? After that,
well, he pretty much is, isn't he?
Can he be a full-time model in the rugby games? Because I still want to be able to look at him. Well, that's the only reason he's there, right? Because he's a terrible player.
Okay,
he's a great player, but he's just not going too well at the
I don't want to talk about his game anymore. I'm interested in this because as a man, right, and I can appreciate beauty in men.
It's a relative
right?
thing, isn't it?
But I look at him, and it is. That's exactly the point I'm making. It is a relative thing. I'm relatively male, but I look at him and I think, you know, I mean, obviously he's fit, but they're all fit. I don't look at him and think he's stunningly attractive, and yet women seem to.
Well, I mean, look at some of the players we've got on the pitch, okay? Some of them are really not great.
Name one.
No, I don't think that's a really good idea. Well, you said it, not me. So sometimes when you get the odd shot of someone like Lima Sopoaga or, you know, Sonny Bill Williams, you get a little bit excited.
But what is it about him visually that is stimulating?
Everybody else tells me he's handsome, so it's just gone to my brain.
See, I wonder if that's what it is. It's
100%.
The talk is out there. Do you see how metrosexual we're turning out?
I'm old enough to be their mother. I'm a different age group.
You don't look at younger men.
Yeah, but you're not too old to find attractiveness in a young, physically fit human specimen of the male.
Who are you talking about?
Sonny Bill. Well, I suppose I'm talking about Sonny Bill Williams.
No, I'm old enough to be his mother.
No, she's been reading her weather forecast. Just leave her be. She's reading her weather forecast.
Banana glasses
trousers on. She doesn't fancy Sonny Bill.
What surprises me is we're coming across, you and me, Willie, as quite metrosexual in this whole conversation.
Yeah, I'm not
about
sure.
the relative
What's it
attraction
actually mean? Metro, does that mean?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I think it's a
You're-
dad word. we
You're
don't use
reverting to
anymore.
type. All right, we'll be back in just a moment with our panel. It's August 10th and it's 26 minutes past 8. Willie Jackson, Radio Live Afternoon host, Heather Plessis-Allan, story co-host, with me now. Heather, Donald Trump, everyone in the world, well, everyone in the developed world is talking about, the free and developed world is talking about Donald Trump and his performance, particularly in the Republican
The most
debate.
recent comments. I need to ask you a question, Paul. When he said what he said, my first thought did not go to menstruation. Did you?
No.
I
Not much. I mean, this has been worked and overworked, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, but I just feel as if somebody needs to explain to me why it was absolutely the most logical thing that he was going to say next, because I feel like he's getting a bit of a hard time. I'm not a fan of the guy, but I'm not entirely sure that this is that fair.
And certainly I am not sure at all that it's an accident. I think this is all part of his cunning plan. Now,
Will it
exactly
last,
what
though?
that plan is, I'm not sure.
Well, the plan is to become the President of the United States. What's so hard about that to
Well, he
understand?
knows, I think he knows, and you would agree with this, I'm sure, Willie, that the Republicans will never choose him as their candidate.
That's right. I'm so hoping they do. I'm so hoping they do. That way Hillary will just walk through with the
Well, I don't
with
know
the
that that's
selection.
true, actually.
Hold on,
I don't know
though.
that
I mean,
that's
this
true.
is the man who did The Apprentice. It's not as if his judgment is that good, is it?
Look, he's not. Look, seriously.
He made a lot of money out of
no,
The
No,
Apprentice.
Well,
seriously.
think what he was going to be
we might be
US
all
president.
upset. He might be America's Paul Henry, but the guy has got some style. He's got some brains. You don't become a billionaire because you're stupid. So he's not stupid, is he?
No, he's
But
absolutely not stupid.
He's cutting
And
into an audience that is sick of political correctness in
Okay,
America.
exactly.
So
He is a
Paul, what's
maverick
your
and people are
theory?
looking for a maverick.
Yeah.
Okay, so my theory is he knew, because Willie's right, he's not stupid, he knew that he would never be the Republicans' choice as candidate.
That's right.
So get in there, destroy the Republicans, and then stand as an independent.
Oh, absolutely.
Now,
But
no
with the-
other independent has ever done that. Every other person that stood in as an independent has been crushed by either the Republican candidate or the Democrat
right,
candidate.
that's
You
right.
imagine you get in when the tide is turning towards the Republicans and you destroy the Republican candidate.
And the end goal remains to be the US
Now,
president.
then the question comes in, would enough Americans across the board vote for Trump
Well,
as president?
look, here's the reality, right? He's an outsider. Would he have a bit of a shot as an independent? Maybe. But it'd be
Well, he would, because he's got enough money
That's
to do
right.
it properly.
That's right. And could they shut each other out, the Democrats and Republicans? Maybe. So he's doing his best to destroy the Republicans, and I'm happy to see that. I'd love to see him as the nomination. Jeb Bush will probably get it though.
You know, the interesting thing, well, I'm not so sure now.
not sure
And I
about
would have
that?
thought going in, before Trump, I thought Jeb Bush had it, you know. But the thing that interests me, you look at the number of people that gravitate towards him, and name recognition, as we know, is so important. You know, the most popular program ever in the history of the Fox network, that Republican debate. Why?
Because he was on it.
Because he was
but
on
the
it.
thing is, at the outset of a race like this, that is when you get these kind of fringe candidates who do really well. Once the noise reaches a point, and this is the negative noise around him, at which you can't take him seriously
Okay, now I
anymore.
agree with you there, but I don't agree that he's a fringe
No,
candidate.
I agree, and I agree with you on that. I don't think he is a fringe candidate. He's one out of a million candidate actually, and he's getting all the publicity.
Yep.
And despite everyone writing him off, I think there's a method to the madness.
absolutely.
And he might, and I think he'll definitely stand as an independent.
Okay, here's the thing. Did he win the debate? No. Did he dominate the debate? Yes. And a lot of people would argue that's the most important thing. All right, very quickly, Willie, you and me are in the presence of greatness.
That's right.
Heather, tonight, it's night one for Story.
It
Are you
is.
excited?
I am excited, yeah. I'm surprised I got a good night's sleep last night. I'm kind of keen to just get the thing going because
I know,
we have
because
been
you've
working
talked
hard.
about it and you've
Yeah.
been worrying the thing for a while, and now all of a sudden it's time to
And
go.
I'm sick of seeing my
Oh, it's
face on the
fabulous.
news.
Will the audience get gifts tonight? Like if you're an inaugural audience member, as I will be tonight watching, are there gifts for inaugural audience members?
Like cars if they win 9 and 10?
oh, is it? Great. I would
Isn't
love
that a
that.
great idea? I came up with that myself, actually.
Did you? Oh, that's
yeah, I did.
fantastic. Hey, have a lovely evening tonight. won't
Thank you.
Take care. We'll
Great.
be
The
watching.
2 stars of TV3, you know? Yourself and Duncan Garner. Fabulous.
stop it, I like it.
Superstars of TV3. You'd be happy
Do you know,
about that,
I
Paul?
couldn't hate you more, Willie. Willie Jackson, Heather Plessis-Allan.